Hi guys, this is Gigi coming on today. I've been wanting to talk about this for some time, but today is going to be the day. A lot of you all know that I was living in Merida, Mexico a while back. My sister, who's 89 now, she was 88 at the time, we came there along with our cat, and I was hoping to start a life there. But as it turned out, I had some issues. I had problems with the landlord, and then my sister had some health issues, and we had to return back to the States. The reason why I'm on here is because I paid someone $1,200 to help me, I guess, find a home, but just to be a source of support for me, because even though I've been to Mexico before, I had never made any moves like what I was trying to do at that time. And I put too much trust in this person, because the reason I say that, and I don't mean any disrespect, when I started, what really broke the camel's back for me about going back home was when I discovered that the landlord where we were staying had not cleaned the filters and the air conditioners in the house, and one of them had leaked out a lot of water on the floor. At the time when I saw the water, I didn't know where it was coming from. I didn't know it was coming from the air conditioning unit, so I panicked and I tried to reach her. She didn't respond. So luckily I knew I had met a handyman, a very excellent guy who could do almost anything. I contacted him, and he did come over, and by the time he arrived, I had come to the realization that I knew where the water was coming from, and I had cut off the air conditioner. But it was a substantial amount of water. I'm not talking about a little puddle, I'm talking about a lot of water. And by the time he had arrived, I had mopped up, a greater portion of it. So I was very, very upset about that. I made the decision to come back home. But before I left Mexico to come back home, the person who I had hired to, help me get, settled in Mexico and find a home and everything like that, he had posted a video. He did not say my name or my sister's name, but he made reference to what had happened with the water being on the floor, and he suggested that I think he tried to downplay what actually had happened. He had not been over to my house. He had not seen the amount of water that was on the floor. I mean, I just was really upset, because I'm thinking, this guy knows nothing about actually what happened. And even though he didn't use my name, why did he feel compelled to include what happened at my house in his video? And this is what really, really ticked me off. He commented about how he tried to downplay what happened. He said she's talking about water on the floor. She could have just thrown a rug down there, a throw rug or something like that. First of all, if anybody has lived in Mexico or been in Mexico for any length of time, you will know that they don't have all the things that we have, like rugs and stuff like that. I think he had made a video once before with his friend Robert, when Robert was saying, well, you can't find rugs, you can't find bathroom mats and things that we have here in the United States. You don't have that there. But for him to say that I could have just thrown a rug down over the water, to me, it was like, first of all, if I paid you $1,200, I think with that, even though I didn't sign any type of agreement, come on now, that's like an invasion of, I won't say privacy, but in a way it is. But I confided in him because he was my go-to person. He's the person who's supposed to help me in times of trouble while I was there. I mean, I don't think the $1,200 was just to find a house, and for him to just cavalierly make a comment like that about, oh, you could have just thrown a rug down there or whatever, that was very hurtful. And I just hope that he hasn't done that to anybody else, or just has been that kind of person, because I really thought that he was a decent person, but that has really hurt me. It's hurt me for some time. Maybe I'm very sensitive, I should let it go, but no, there's no reason. I mean, I think sometimes when you're looking for content, when you're looking for video content, you have to draw the line at some point. I mean, come on now. I mean, there are things that I want to say out here. I know where to draw the line. That's just me. Because it's not always about money. It's not always about getting hits. It's about having common decency, courtesy, and respect. I think I showed that to him. And I don't know why he felt that it was okay to, like I said, even though he did not say my name, I knew he was referencing my sister and I. And at the time, we were in the midst of this storm. So for me, because my sister, she's got dementia, so she was not aware of all this. I'm carrying this burden, but for me to hear this on that video at that time when we were in the midst of this, it was just like pouring salt on the wound, So what I'm trying to say is that for those of you all who are really interested in coming to Mexico, I think it's a wonderful place. I really would like to come back at some point in time and live. But right now I can't do it. But I just don't want people to give up, but just be careful. Be careful about who you enlist in helping you, because all the glitters is not gold. Something could come up, you think you have somebody, you think somebody has your back, and then you find out you're on your own. Because for one thing, I discovered after I moved into the house, I found out I had no one. Like when you have an agent that's showing you the house, he's representing the owner, okay? I thought I had this person to represent me, but he said, well, once you move into the house, you only have the owner of the house that you could talk to. And that was like, I had nothing, seriously. Just tell me like a TI is. So there were certain things you live and you learn. It was an experience, and I will come back fortified and in a much better position, whenever I do come back. But there were some hurdles. There were some problems that I had with that house, but I still love Merida. I love the people and the atmosphere. It's just really great. But if you've never traveled and you're really thinking about trying to make a move, don't let that deter you, because people nowadays more than ever are trying. Just don't let fear control you. I knew someone who had never been out of the United States before. She wanted to go to Merida. She's been in Merida a year, and she's making it, And sometimes you have to think about, when you go to a foreign country, what are you going to be doing, okay? See, I wasn't hanging out in the streets like that because I had my sister, but some people want to go and go to clubs and places like that, and that's fine. But what I'm trying to say is that there will be periods when you may get lonely or something like that. You may say, hey, I don't have my crew with me, people that I normally are around. I'm the kind of person I can be by myself, and like I wasn't really by myself. I had my sister, but I could find things. I had my cat there. I had an iguana in the backyard. So, I did not have to actively have people around me, or I didn't have to be on the move all the time. I was able to, just be within nature, just enjoying life. Just, I'm kind of basic at times, but I'm just saying, don't be worried about what you're going to do, but know why you're going there. You have to know why you're going there, for what reason, what purpose you're going there for, and just be able to exist in another country and just be respectful of the culture of Mexico. That's the most important thing. Don't try to be an ugly, who, and come over there and try to take over. That won't get you anywhere. Just enjoy and just groove, and it'll be okay. But back to my original subject. I was upset. I'm glad I got it off my chest, because like I said, I want people to know that sometimes you think you have something support, and then you find out that you don't mean anything. It's just all business. It's like my cousin said, oh, it's just business. Yeah, but even in business, sometimes you have to know where to draw the line. That's my thought, you know. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And maybe some people say, well, hey, I don't care, you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, I believe in karma. What goes around comes around. I wish bad on no one. But all I'm saying is that when you don't draw the line, it'll come back and it'll bite you in your butt. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. And I'd like for you to please, if you like my video, the content, like and share and subscribe. Blessings.